Almaty region, one of the most favorable in terms of climatic regions of Kazakhstan. This applies also in farming. In recent years, in Kazakhstan in particular, in Almaty region, began to appear small farms where farmers are trying to live and work in maximum harmony with nature. One of them, Denis Stan, he calls himself eco-farmer, although a few years ago there was a young man in search of himself. He lived in the city, was engaged in different businesses. As CEO of the supermarket chain, he decided to finally go on his long time ago acquired land and plant apple trees. I began to plant. I rolled up my sleeves, reached into the dirt, and in that moment, I felt so happy. I felt the energy of the earth, and everything inside broke down. Already for half of a year, I resigned from the company. Not one batch of trees and vegetables from the Denis withered before he decided to approach the matter professionally. The young man went to America, primarily to study the experience of land fertilizer without chemicals. As a result, he learned not only to enrich the soil, but also in general to live environmentally friendly, using only what gives nature itself. For example, the Californian worms.
Черви, они вырабатывают вот этот биогумус и вот удобрения, которые
Worms, they produce vermicompost, and this one here is fertilizer, which can enrich the soil, increase the productivity of the land. What grows here is very tasty and large in size. It's different. It's not something that I purchased somewhere in the city, especially from the greenhouse. It is generally tasteless.
И размеры большие, очень вкусные, и в общем все по-другому. Не то, что покупное в городе или тем более в теплице, оно вообще безвкусное.
Это калифорнийские черви, завезенные.
These are Californian worms, imported from America, remarkably adapted to our conditions, although I have been told that the Americans cannot withstand frost. This is nonsense. They withstand -5 degrees with no problems. They fell asleep, woke up and felt good. All our organic substances were recycled.
Перерабатывают практически всю органику.
Recycle all organic and grow exponentially, because today worms, one of the items of eco-farm's income. Other items, quail, chickens, rabbits, pigs, and of course, consultations. More and more people are willing to examine in detail how to build a system where all the waste management are processed into fertilizer, gas, and electricity. Even the house Denis decided to build from completely eco-friendly materials. It is made of clay.
Эта глинобитная технология, в принципе, создается из мешков, куда забивается.
This adobe technology, created from the bags of clay, is very cheap technology because the material that lies under our feet is very durable. Our mausoleums in Turkestan were all built of clay and has been around for several hundred years.
Потому что материал, который лежит под ногами, и очень долговечная. Например, что далеко ходить, у нас Туркестан весь построен из глины, уже стоит там несколько сотен лет. And
the nature of the clay is that it eventually gains strength. And the energy in these buildings is special. The material breathes and controls the humidity.
Совершенно другая. Они дышат, они сами контролируют влажность.
Gulnara Vatayeva works on eco-farm while exploring the nuances of ecological construction. Like Denis, she worked for many years in the city, but once the girl's soul with legal education required a completely different approach to live and work on the ground.
Всегда мне привлекали именно вот такие вот купольные строения, что-то.
I was always attracted by dome structure. This is the correct form. Form of an egg is the strongest. You don't need to look for anything, you don't have to run around. Here's what you have on your side. From this material, you must build.
Нужно и исходить и строить. То есть изучить сначала свой участок, материал, землю, а потом уже начать планировать, строить. Вот. Если ты живешь в горных районах, тогда там больше камня, то есть идет фундамент.
If you live somewhere in the mountain areas, there's a large amount of stone. If you live where there is a lot of clay, you can use it instead. That's all I'm learning to understand here, this concept, and have the most to build a house with the family.
Концепцию понять и самой как-то семьей построить дом такой вот.
The farm employs approximately 10 people. The people who actually argue that nature is not just cheap farming, it is also easier. The worms, bacteria, solar waste resources. That is, for example, a gas installation. It is small, but this is enough to meet the daily needs.
Единственное различие этого газа от природного газа – это его происхождение.
The only difference of this gas from the natural gas is its origin. There is the same chemical composition, methane 60 to 80%, and it is well lit, and the heat capacity is high. Even here it is possible to put the gas generator and produce electricity and gas boiler too, and it is also used for heating.
И газовый котел, соответственно, тоже можно отопление как использовать.
Ecological farms in Kazakhstan cannot be called a common phenomenon, but the process of growth of their number is obvious.